everyone. I'm back to play more of Beacon Pines. And forgive the quietness because there's apparently no music at this part of the game. So we're going to go back and to a different path and try and see if we can change what's going to happen. So this is the only place where I can change it. So let's go do that. Okay, this is another path.
Luka began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Alright, this is a different path. This is before we fought with Rolo in the different path. And also thank you, Fluffy Toxin, for the follow. And yeah, you should get some sleep. It is getting late where you're from, okay? So if you're still here, just lurking, have a good sleep, good night, you know, and I'll see you next time. Sure, can meet Rolo. Not going home? No, I promise Rolo I'll tell him about...
himself mid-sentence.
Promise tell him what? Spill it out, bub. We're ticket thieves now. But there's a juicy secret you gotta tell me. Okay. Then come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah! Does he even know where the treehouse is? He's just running off.
Skulking by the gate.
You're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You'll reveal your secrets to me. Oh no, 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 no. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Hera's Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. There's nothing to worry about. Oh my god, the hazmat suit. It's the hazmat suit. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. Couldn't agree more. Comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything? I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. Can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm so surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, is that change is painful. Whoa, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk. Also, change is painful, that sounds familiar. Don't mind me asking. Why? Why are you doing all this?
Figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
My grandma? Family.
Ran down Luka's spine, his vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luka looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Holy shit, Grandma, what are you doing? What are you trying to do?
Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Luka sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? Look like you've seen a ghost. Why are you so scared of that old lady in a hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Alright, let's go. Meet Rolo. This time, don't fight with him. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course we're not worried.
Ford finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch.
It's Mr. Nuncreed, not Mr. Nunchuck. Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, arms crossed over, okay. If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. You would just sign here, acknowledge everything's accurate. I'll be out of here in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
Close enough. Yeah. I just remember none something. There, and would you like my eternal soul as well?
Both looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
This is a creepy dude. I'm staying away from you. I'm not gonna talk to you, okay? I don't care about you. You try to kill me in the other path, I'm avoiding your ass. And I'm avoiding you guys too. Okay, I just want to go to the treehouse. And I'm avoiding Kerr as well, because Kerr is an evil bitch. Okay? Oh, this is nice. Imagine if it said something we walked by. Oh my god. Yeah, nah. That's bad. That would be bad. That would be terrible. Yeah, the trail is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the fowl harvest. About done time, what you tell me what this fowl harvest thingy is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They're kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Mostly everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a bit bud. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water or air or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The fowl harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. Next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and sort of a crapshoot what happens. Nobody knows why. Nope. I take it Will's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than the others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative? Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. You better get going. Yeah, I'll tell you more when we at the treehouse. It's about time! I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Waggled his head with pride.
we'll spare no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, look, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down with a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Anything I can grab to hit that thing? Ah, damn it, I missed. I missed again! Oh, shoot. I'm a bat shot. Okay, got it. Fuck, it's moving. Where do you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Gorf who treats us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luka, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Oh, it's her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luka, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Sucked in a long breath.
Like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe there were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but it got away. I keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Could have been a woman. How'd he get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They're like, go, and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw Grandma. That's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rolo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. Let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Luka shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies had infiltrated the town. And their leaders are Gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, could have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke the person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird. But she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since we moved. And since she moved in. The Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I've seen her. Luka, don't take this the wrong way. Are you sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luka gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Luka, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. You need to investigate your house. Like, if my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been living in the house for hours at a time this week. call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. And we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me right in. Okay. So we didn't fight Rolo this time around, okay?
6.
We made friends.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luka walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Okay, put on his sweater. Yeah, I'm here. Rolo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head. This? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Coast is clear? Yep. Whatever's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. Game is afoot.
Luka and Beck rolled their eyes as Rolo strutted across the room.
Rolo said, I'm in style. Yeah, he's in the Sherlock Holmes style, right? I were grand. Or would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you least suspect it.
Rolo flung open the cabinet with confidence. He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps the fire going every day, Rolo. Drat, may already be too late. I think of the massive documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luka, is there anywhere your grand doesn't want you to go? Yeah. Closet upstairs. It stands a reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well. Look who stands to reason now. I have no idea what the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. But anywhere else, she has a berry bushes. Who has ever thought I'm gonna take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she's always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
Realization crept onto Luka's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Alright, Rolo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You have called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Luka scrambled up Rolo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Any squad needs a good lockpick. And any good lockpick needs a sturdy head to set on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
That was anticlimactic. Yeah. Don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, I'm gonna yank out this random teacup and...
On one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Okay, holy shit, what? Seems like your grand has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do you think she is? We're about to find out. Holy shit. Okay, it's more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. Oh wow, look, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Alright.
Luka jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Are you gonna read it? Let me help.
Rolo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
We actually read some of it. One sec. Dense documents such as these are a lot like cheeseburger. That's just zip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, no idea we were in the presence of the permanent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
Stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Karen's Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Up with heightened surprise.
See, creepy. That's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncrete's name. Wait.
Traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water in his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental. Lab results only raise more questions. As I came back to make this report later and make those notes, so it might be related to something else.
Through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast, and with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Berated by loss. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Enough is enough. I need to take matter into my own hands.
Staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Quickly shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luka, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What do you mean enough is enough? What? How did he take matter into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Door shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is her grand a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town out of kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncrete has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here, both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen the next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Yeah, it's probably not good. It's probably not good. What do we have here? Both. Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? She shouldn't have had me walk around delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Lee spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
Smacked his lips.
I'll hit up brown sugar and ink. What?
Rolo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Offered the slimy note to Luka and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A gram? Well, it says last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So more bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I am the bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Ooh, this looks like a treasure map. Not every map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on here. It starts at the entrance to town. And if you follow it,
Carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to
Down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rolo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Did you just say gulp? It feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival. Not if we stop her. What was that?
Looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Quiet! Hit the lights!
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall.
Oh my god. Oh, this is creepy.
Suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence. A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
Kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Shifted suddenly. Luka gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rolo, don't.
Too late. Rolo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
What do you mean, chicken goop?
All his weight, Rolo tackled the man to the ground.
Rolo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
Corner, they saw something move.
Oh, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rolo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill the person?
Rambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rolo. He's not got cold.
Flicked back on the light. Luka and Rolo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver!
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan.
Plot twist, yeah, I know, right?
Nothing was certain.
I thought the man would be like, you know, like, he got knocked out by a kid. Damn, he's weak. I thought he could defend himself. It was a kid.
His house.
Time for Rolo's detective hat to come in a clutch. Yeah, it's the hat. It's definitely the hat.
It was decided.
They ran the classic good cop, hard cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
It'll probably be good cop, bad cop, but
Rolo
whatever.
brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rolo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Oh, well, Mr. Tolliver.
Motionless, Rolo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
He's still unconscious. Mr. Tolliver?
Gave each other an unsure glance. Rolo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
Grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face.
He's unconscious.
Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
As he attempted to straighten up,
Ooh, who's there?
Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rolo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now, hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I'm calm. Calm as carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The expression on Beck and Luka's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rolo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance. What? I don't even...
His voice became desperate.
It should be now
He
speak.
was nearly in tears.
You tie me down here, how am I gonna dance? Dance with your mouse, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good lord.
Feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where's she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where
Voice faded to a whisper.
the town began, where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rolo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rolo, I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but I better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. Did we leave Mr. Tolliver all tied up like that? Did we not let him go, or at least loosen the ropes? I'm curious. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet, and get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for y'all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rolo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now, you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Birth, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luka tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos.
Okay. But I'm assuming though now that the Gran is not bad. He got the suit because he wanted to sneak around the bad guy's lair. Okay, so the bad guys are the one that's using the abandoned warehouse as their like place of like operation, and so the people there wore hazmat suits. So Gran borrowed one from Valentine, the Harris Valentine, to sneak around to look. And so she's like, okay, scout out the area, everything's good. we can go and destroy the source. And we all know from the other path that we played that the source is in the original town. The town we're in right now is the replica. So she wants to destroy that source so that everything could end, right? All the conspiracy and everything. That's what I'm getting.
It was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. I have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these sinister records. Rolo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crude that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Shut his book with an assertive nod.
Got a better idea? Spit it out. Sound like my sister. Keep pushing a luck, pal. It won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rolo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. Let's see it try. Hey. A little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luka's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the orbit? J. Hartford. From the Brooksfield Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. Maybe there are two J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your grand is 6 feet under 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
Question hung in the air.
What? The grand is dead? That's a fake grand he's been living in for the past 6 months? So he has actually no family. What? I thought only the town is fake. Is the people fake too? Holy shit. Alright, gang, gotta close up for the night.
Rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10? Oh crap. Pot's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luka's heart was pounding as he approached the house.
Pretend everything's normal, Luka. Pretend everything's normal.
He was lucky. Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luka shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Oh no, my gran is here.
Held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and to listen closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Oh no, he found Mr. Tolliver. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his biting, and left without a trace.
Maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luka's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just a little brain food.
Rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
After your jam, delivery will be delayed.
The lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. If Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Okay, yeah, good idea. Pretend you know nothing. Maybe it was someone else, right? Maybe someone snuck in. No, oh my god! Gran? Okay, stick to the plan, go to bed, and play it cool. I would have ran out. Go to the
Luka
treehouse.
climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
Oh, he got drugged.
Something was wrong.
He got drugged.
Luka groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Boy, what do you get yourself into? Well, what are you doing to a kid? You stupid fuck. That's not let me handle everything. You fucking drugged a child. The fuck's wrong with you?
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luka awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
Because she's an evil bitch.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Oh, true. That is Mr. Nuncreed's jam.
His woozy head. Luka snapped back to the matter at hand.
Okay, let's go. Festival. Where have you been? Grant put something in a jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages of her secret conspirators. Not this one. This one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho, sly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. The Grant is nowhere to be found, but Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing? Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before I get started, I just want to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger
His
deserved.
throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
Her bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Kerr? The mayor hasn't even finished the speech yet. Great turnout. Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. What a shame to waste such a beautiful
Mr.
podium.
Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are things that we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar, change. Change is a powerful thing. It's honorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm that gum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all here today. It's hard for me to believe that it's only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
To survey the crowd. He wiped away a single tear.
For a second, I sat from being pie. Something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. You see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them
He
special.
thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment,
Mr. Kerr
change.
nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community, and Perennial Harvest is community first and
Mr. Kerr
foremost.
methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you can make it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future which we'll shape together, and this is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm Pickle Pink that we're all making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
Began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have planted a lot of good in this town, and so it is with happy heart that I can proclaim.
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
A harvest awaits! And we froze over, of course we did.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd.
Because the ground blew it up.
Everyone and everything it touched.
They blew the source up.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
No.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that.
The narrator is very dramatic.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay, I got a Sly. I got... Okay, so this is the only one I can go back to. Chill and Sly Cop. I've been streaming for 2 hours. And it's 4 p.m. And I imagine this is a good place to, like, sort of end the stream on a cliffhanger, because why not? Right? And there are too many paths in this game, okay? If I continue, I'll just go on forever. You know? But it's close to dinner time, and I do want to chill the rest of the day before I, you know, because I have to work tomorrow, and work sucks. Okay? Work sucks. I can't go into detail, obviously, but all I can say is my coworker's leaving. And if any of you guys know me, you know I have beef with my in-charge. Okay? My coworker has been acting as the buffer between me and my in-charge. And she's leaving. So I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen in the future. Because there's been drama, and yeah. And then exams are going on, and I've been working overtime a lot. So I'm tired, and I do need that rest, I guess. So for now, for today, this is it for my stream. I'll come back next week to continue more of this game. This game is long, so y'all know there's so many endings. You have to play all of them to get all the words to be able to explore everything, to fully learn about the story. So I have to do that next week, you know. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. You know, I'm glad for everyone who dropped by. Thank you, Fluffy Toxin, for following my channel, and I'm glad that you enjoy me enough to want to follow it and watch. And thank you, Cinnamon Kitty, as well as anyone else who's lurking. Even if you don't say anything, I appreciate you nonetheless. And for those of you watching on YouTube as well, okay? We're watching the VODs later. I also appreciate all of you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!